Hello. How is everyone today? Happy Tuesday. How are you? Let's do this. So today I have a fun live for you that is not really about fertility, but kind of, sorta. I have this like weird kink in my hair. What do you think about that? Oh, well. It's about beauty, but it's about beauty, skincare that's non-toxic and fertility friendly, and about application, understanding what's best for your skin type, so many things. So I am bringing on two people today to this live. I've never done that before. So everybody cross your fingers that I don't F it up. So Carrie and Paula, will you request to join me live? It's at the bottom of your screen. You have to be on your phone, not your computer. And then I will bring them both on and let them explain. This kink in my hair is driving me crazy. It's like a calic. Let them explain. We'll just go like that. It'll be very, very 80s high. Let them explain why they have teamed up with me to give you kind of the very best in organic, non-toxic beauty. And we have something fun that we're going to talk to you about that we just promoted that is maybe you all want to try. Okay, so Carrie and Paula, do you guys see what I mean? Down at the bottom, you're going to hit the plus button to join me live. Let me just see. Can I? Okay, I can cancel. Let's see. I don't see where I can ask for her to join me live. I have no request. So you guys have to request to join me live. You have to be on your phone, not your computer. There comes one request. Great. And then let's wait for, let's see who requested. Okay, Paula has requested. Carrie, you're next. So I'll bring on Miss Paula. Yay. And then we'll move on to Miss Carrie when she comes in. And we will do it. Hello, beauty. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I never see your hair down. It looks so luscious and luxurious. And let's see if Miss Carrie, okay, I know you're here, Carrie, but you have to request to join live. I see. Let's see. Okay. She'll request. And then we will get this going. But first, here's Miss Paula Carson. Paula, tell everybody what you do, because you're a magical facial expert of sorts, and how we connected and why, and yeah, tell us about you.
Well, I don't know if I'm magical, but
I think you're magical. My husband thinks you're magical. My mom thinks you're magical. Okay. Carrie says she doesn't have the plus button. She's on the phone. What did you hit, Paula? Did you see a plus button at the bottom?
If you go down to the bottom where you add the comment, where it just says add comment to the side, there was a plus button, and then there was another button I pressed. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe, I don't know, Carrie, maybe you don't have the newest version of Instagram. I'm wondering. I don't know. Carrie, I'm going to see, maybe my Beth will reach out to you and see if they can help and email you. Okay.
Sorry, I wasn't that helpful, but it's on whatever I did.
There's a button that you should be able to press, and I can't seem to bring you on live, Carrie. Usually I can touch on the person and it says invite them to join, but it doesn't give me that option. So I think you might have an older version of Instagram. So maybe sign off, update your Instagram, and then come back on, and we'll let Paula and I will talk and you'll hop on.
Okay.
How about that? Okay.
So I became an esthetician 20 years ago. Well, I originally trained in Northern Ireland as a beauty therapist. So as a beauty therapist, the training includes you do esthetician, massage therapy, aromatherapy. So I trained in all of that. And then I opened a spa or a salon in Northern Ireland. And after about 2 or 3 years of that, of having the spa, I became more interested in natural skincare. And at that time, and holistic treatments. At that time, natural skincare wasn't fashionable or cool or anything like that, how it is now. There wasn't loads out there. But I had met a few people that were using it, and I could really see the difference in their skin. So in 2007, I trained as a holistic esthetician, and that really changed everything for me. And I began doing more holistic treatments in the salon, as well as everything else I was doing at that time. But I knew that I wanted to go more in that direction. Then after 10 years, I sold that business and we moved here to Connecticut, where I'm doing the treatments now from my treatment room here.
And where she moved, we live 7 minutes apart, or not even really. I mean,
I know. So I got gifted some of your products like maybe about 4 years ago or so, and I really liked them. And then I think, well, I was pregnant and we had COVID, and I was watching you online, and I was, oh, there's Cara.
you made it.
I
Paula's giving her intro as to, all her things. So we're listening right now.
I'm forgetting where I was now.
Yeah,
so
you said
I got the products, yeah,
right.
And then I had a baby, and we had COVID and all of
those.
Oh, right,
you were watching me live.
I was watching you. I was watching you a lot, and I've always had acupuncture for years, and I was interested in what you were doing. And then I got some more of your products, and I became really interested in it. And then I knew you lived in Connecticut, but like I didn't know that you lived.
So my products, she orders products of mine. They arrive, and she realizes we live like around the corner from each other, basically.
It would have been much quicker to just go and get them from you. So yeah, I got the products and I reached out to you, and then you had a treatment with me.
Yeah, she offered me a treatment, and I was like, who would say no to a complimentary facial? I was like, of course I'll say yes. I'd heard of Paula as well. Years ago from a mutual friend, Sarah Swanberg. And then I think that's how you got the free products. I sent her products with you, but then we never connected from there. And then years later, you were following me and then ordered products. And then now we've connected. And then when I was there, you were telling me about during the pandemic, you were doing like facials via Zoom, and I was like, what? Tell me more about that. Yeah. So
yeah, and whenever I started to do the Zoom facials, I wasn't, we kind of were in a position where we had to try to do something, and I was like, I'm not sure how this is going to go, but it worked so well. And not only was I surprised with the response amount of people, the number of people that wanted to join, but also the effects people were getting, emailing me and telling me how good their skin was just with the products they had at home. Because often you have cabinets full of things in the bathroom and you don't know how to use them, how to apply them. And what we did, we are making it into more of a ritual to do in the morning and the evenings. It's part of your self-care.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Yeah. And so I guess, I mean, I've heard you talk to me about my products, but maybe share with everybody else, since you've been doing this for 20 years, about what you like about my products and why.
Okay, so anyone that's had a treatment with me will know it is a holistic treatment. Like, you come for a facial, but I'm working on you from your head to your toe, really. I'm trying to create balance in the body. So I also trained with Italian School of Reflexology 3 or 4 years ago now. So when you come to me, not only do you have a facial, you will have lymphatic drainage, you will have massage, you will have facial reflexology. So things that I feel when I'm massaging your body and working on your body at the beginning, I will then be working in those areas, both internally and externally on the face. So as I said, I'm trying to create balance. I'm trying to balance the sebaceous gland. So people that have got oily skin, I'm applying oil to the skin to stop their skin to producing oil. And people that feel dry, I'm trying to reactivate the sebaceous gland. So Carrie or Aimee, your product really supports that. it works really well with what I'm trying to do. I could go into all of the products, like the argan oil, the rejuvenating oil. There's just so many things. You'll see them all here.
Yeah, she's now using them in her services mostly, and then so Carrie, now I want you to. Carrie is one of my fertility coaches, but also, and as an acupuncturist and an herbalist and a fertility guru master, in and of, herself. But you also have studied and trained facial rejuvenation acupuncture and all of, that side of things. So maybe explain the beauty from your perspective, or like what you do in your beauty treatments.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I love facial acupuncture and facial rejuvenation. And so working with Aimee and Paula on this offering has been really, really fun, because we're including gua sha, which I am a huge, huge fan of. Where I started learning this was in an advanced weekend training with one of the all-time greatest facial acupuncturists, Shelley Goldstein. She is a guru, and loved taking her course. And after it, she asked me to join her practice. So I had the honor of studying and mentoring with Shelley in her clinic. And then we joined forces and opened our another office together. And we've been practicing together for many years. And now we've taught a year-long program training other acupuncturists in facial cosmetic acupuncture for, I think we're on our 5th year now.
That's amazing.
So I see a couple of our students who joined. And so I'm coming from the gua sha place to incorporate that into Paula's amazing routine. And I think the first time that we did kind of a test run, it was so wonderful. The whole virtual facial, it was my first one that I've done.
So let me tell them, because we didn't tell them yet about it.
It was so great. So I'm so excited to
So what happened was I go in for this facial with Paula, this complimentary facial, and she's telling me how she loves my products, and she tells me how, during the pandemic, because I was like, have you been, how's your business been during the pandemic? And she was like, I started doing Zoom facials, and I didn't, I didn't know anything about that. I was like, that's amazing. Tell me more. And then it was Paula's idea. She was like, we should consider a facial with Aimee Raupp Beauty products. And I was like, even Paula, I'll tell you right now, I never use my rose facial toner, just like never really use it. I use my cleanser, I use my rejuvenating, and my sugar scrub, my eye cream, my lip balm, body butter. Yeah, two things that she turned me on to in my own product line are my toner and my Green Goddess mask, which is the funniest thing. So she decided, she's like, I'm going to do a whole Aimee Raupp Beauty facial on you. She actually just did one recently on me, and I posted pictures. But so anyway, we got to talking, and then we also needed a new fertility coach. So Carrie's the coach we hired because she's amazing. I don't know that you studied with Shelley Goldstein, like the whole gua sha thing. I don't know anything about. We decided to host a Zoom facial for my team, and Paula's going to lead it. We give everybody like a box of beauty products. We have like 10 people on the team between the coaches and the acupuncturists. And then my chief operating officer and my virtual assistant, my assistant. And so before, Carrie's like, oh, I realized that she's like this gua sha expert. She's been studying with Shelley. So I'm like, well, you do gua sha, and then Paula's going to do the facial. And we all like, it was such a great experience. We had so much fun. And so, then after that, we all brainstormed, and we were like, we should have this as an offering. And so we decided to launch what we're calling the Aimee Raupp Beauty Zoom Facial Experience. It's only, I think it's very inexpensive, $50. And it's a 75-minute, I'm going to reading from the website, luxurious at-home spa experience where you are guided by Paula. All the steps, you do your own at-home facial. And then there is a 10-minute gua sha facial experience led by Carrie. And so anyway, we're kind of psyched to bring this all to you guys, because it's a nice way, because one thing too that like that happened for me, and that happened for a lot of people on my team who were using my products, is Paula taught us how to properly use them, how to get the most out of those products, right? And so I think that's another thing that you had said, Paula, is like most people just don't use them properly. And I think too, the same with gua sha, Carrie, right? Like most people don't even know how to properly use their gua sha tool, and they're not getting like the benefits that they could be getting. So, right. I mean, Paula, talk about that a bit too, of like people are wasting their products, they're not using them properly. Even like my eye cream, right? It was like, you were like, no, you apply it like here. I was like rubbing it all into my eye.
I say that to everyone. Like if you go into a store or a shop and you buy like cleanser, toner, moisturizer, what you think you need, and you come home and use it, you probably get about 25% of the benefit of it.
Yeah.
What you need to know is, and this is what we do in this facial, is it's teaching you how to prepare the skin, the amount of product you need to use, how to apply it, the order to apply it.
Yes.
And just like, even if you've had Aimee's products, joining this facial will have so many benefits.
Yeah. Well, it's just a nice experience, right? Because we have a kit on the site that goes with the facial, but you can do it if you have I have everything listed on the site, what you would need. So you don't have to go and buy the box, but there is the facial in a box kit that comes with a towel, and I make a special essential oil blend, and there's a bowl and a little spoon, and then product. But if you have most of the products, you could just join us and you don't need to go buy the facial in a box kit. But it's so nice. You start us out with like the warm towel, and it's kind of amazing because I didn't think it would be a very relaxing experience to do the facial on myself. I do gua sha regularly, and also you taught me things about gua sha that I'm not doing properly, and I thought that was amazing. Like you know, I've taken some of those classes and I wasn't doing it right. So it was just such a cool experience, and it was super relaxing to have that experience. And then also for me, you know, I'm the creator of the line, that I figured out how to use some of my products in a way that better supports my skin, right?
The gua sha really takes it on to another level, you know.
Yeah.
That really,
and we do like facial massage, and there's education around the products, right? We do a mask. It's super fun.
The box itself is, you get everything in it. So it's not only just the box, as you say, of products. You get the mask brush, the cloth, the warm cloth, the cloth to use to cleanse. You get absolutely everything in there. So this is a particularly good time of year to do it because it's a change of season. Quite often we feel that we need to change our skincare, and you get this box with everything in it. You can join the live and you will know exactly what you need to do with that. If you went and bought all those products or just ordered them and brought them home, you would just look at them all and you'd be completely overwhelmed by it.
Right.
So that's what it's good for. It's also a great gift because it just feels so luxurious.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lovely thing to give to someone.
It's fun. And so we're doing it on Zoom. So the first one's going to happen next week on April 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And, you know, we're inviting, I mean, anybody can go on the website. It's aimeeraupp.com/Zoom facial. And so, like, Elizabeth, I absolutely love your skincare line. So chances are you might have plenty of the items, but you can go on aimeeraupp.com/Zoom facial, and you can see, if you scroll down under directions and ingredients, you'll see exactly what you need. So you might have most of the products. If you're missing one or two, you can just order one or two. If you are new to me and my products, or you just want to experience the prettiness of the facial in the box kit, and then you get the organic towel, and like I said, this special essential oil blend. You can add on the gua sha tool if you need to. You can join us. It's definitely time to reorder. Well, there you go, Elizabeth. So you could order the facial in the box kit and then join us for the facial, which, yeah, I mean, we're just excited to have this as an offering, because I'm looking at it as like something I want to do monthly at a very low price point, like $50 once you have the products, and that you can come and join. And it's like a community, you know, in activity. I will be at most of them. Most of my team will be at all of them. And we get to just pamper ourselves in a way that we don't normally. I know I don't do stuff like that. Like, I have to, you know, really fit things like that into my schedule. So I'm just looking forward to having this just as a night of beauty, and like learning how to nourish and support ourselves in another way.
And I think also what I've loved is I learn something new every single time.
Yes.
So whether
and here we are, like,
from
like
each
we
other.
practice this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so wonderful. And I've loved oil cleansing for a long time, but then hearing Paula explain it, and then you, Aimee, explain the ingredients and what went behind like selecting those ingredients, that's like intention to me of what I'm putting on my skin and how I'm putting it on. And it's even more deeply nourishing. I mean, it's been really interesting process too from that perspective.
And even the double cleanse, we do like a double cleanse. Like I didn't explain the double cleanse, Paula. What's all about the double cleanse?
So we always use the warm cloth to begin with. Right. And you could, even yourself, that just feels like it's just
so good.
Stop and take a few minutes before you get into the whole routine. And with the double cleanse, the first cleanse, what we're doing is removing any makeup or oil or things from the skin. And then the second cleanse, we're getting really deeper in. So we're starting to do a deeper massage movement, because we're wanting to stimulate the blood flow and collagen and really activate the muscles. And we go down on the neck and everywhere. We want to activate the muscles before we start into the rest of the treatment. I have to say that, obviously this is my job and I do this, or I cleanse my face every night, but when the nights that I do the Zoom facials, I do so much more and take so much more time, and my skin feels so much better the next day than it normally would. It just really gets you to slow down and really think about what you're doing. So yeah, the results that you get are way more than I ever thought you could at home.
It's amazing. And so maybe let's run them through. Like we start, like you said, we do the hot towel on our face, right? That's what we start, and some of the essential oil, and we breathe that in.
Yeah.
And then
we take the cloth right down to the neck and everything, and really just take those few minutes just to relax. This obviously maybe isn't something you're going to do first thing in the morning. You wouldn't have that amount of time.
Yeah, we're doing it in the evening, Eastern time.
In the evening. And then we go into the double cleanse. We use the facial toner. I could go into so much about each product, but I'm not going to do that here. No. But even the quality of the product, the quality of the argan oil, that's what makes a difference, because you can buy argan oil cleansers everywhere now.
Yeah, I know.
But you do not know what the quality is. It's amazing for people, the product's amazing for people that are wanting to like really get off chemical based products and things for different reasons.
Yeah.
Aimee, it's more for people with fertility problems and things, but don't doubt the results you can get. That doesn't mean that you have to compromise on how your skin will look. It will probably look better than it ever has with all the chemical based things.
Well, Carrie keeps saying that, because you've switched to the My Beauty products, and you keep saying about your skin, right?
I love them. Well, to me, it's like, it's also, are you suppressing something, or are you treating your skin in a nourishing way that allows it to have the cellular turnover and rejuvenation on its own, and also giving it the massage techniques that Paula teaches us.
Yeah, the massage is so lovely.
The lymphatic drainage, like all of it. It's just, and with the products.
We're doing the compress, we're doing the double cleanse, then we do the facial massage, right? And then the toner. I'm forgetting.
Then
I'm a student in these. I'm like, just do more. Tell me what to do next.
Then we do the facial massage, and we remove with the hot towel again.
Right.
And then we go and we use the facial toner, and as I say, I don't even know if that's the right.
Yeah, she doesn't think it's a toner. She's like,
it's
no,
not a toner.
It's a hydrator.
This is like a hydrating spray. It's something.
Now I carry it in my handbag, and I like put it in my hair at the end of like a work day. I'm like, I spray everything with it now. It's so fun.
Me too.
So it's something that you obviously use as a toner, but you can use it. You can keep it in your bag. It's great for flying. It keeps your skin really hydrated.
Yeah.
Great for the beach. Like you can spray it on throughout the day over your makeup at work just to refresh your skin. And it is really hydrating. So it's a product. It's a great product in itself. And then we go to Carrie does the gua sha.
The gua sha. That's right.
Mm-hmm. And with the gua sha,
the
gua sha with the Chinese medicine, for us, We can use it to break down blood stagnation. So for us, the hyperpigmentation or sunspots, you may call them, is hyperpigmentation. And so in Chinese medicine, blood stasis, and we use the gua sha tool to break it down. And that's what I was telling Aimee. I noticed, especially with the rejuvenating facial oil, that I noticed a couple of my sunspots have gotten better. So
people, that's the biggest piece of feedback I get from people, is melasma and sunspots get better. And I still to this day don't really know why. Like, I think there's a couple ingredients in there that I guess mixing together have really helped. Maybe it's the ghee with the helichrysum, but yeah.
And then breaking up that stagnation with the gua sha tool.
Yes, and the gua sha is amazing. So that too I love, because we start in the back of the neck and you do the chest, and it's like, oh my God, it's so relaxing. And then we move on to the mask, right? The Green Goddess mask. And we give you guys all instructions. You get this instruction card, and then we give you instructions in email before the actual Zoom facial. And then when we go on, we're going to run through the instructions again one more time, so everybody's like really set up and it doesn't have to be a stressful experience. And also, I will add, if you can't make it live, there'll be a recording, so you can do this on your own at a later time. The recording will disappear before the next one, so we're going to do them monthly, like we said. So yeah, then it's the mask. And then throughout, we're kind of doing education and chatting. And what else? What else do you want to add there, Paula?
Yeah. So the mask, I just want to talk about the mask for a minute, because what I would say is the mask's great to use within the facial, but it's also, you know, a good thing to use if you've had like a long day and you're going out or something. Put on the mask, do what you need to do, take it off. I would say it's like a night's sleep. Like whenever you're like really tired, it can just change how your skin looks. It's an amazing exfoliator, just with the activated charcoal and the cloth that we're using to remove it.
Right.
The kind of natural exfoliation you get is really on another level, you know. So that's the mask, and then we go into all of the like eye cream and the a facial oil, if that's what we want to use at night. And then we go into more about why we don't want to overload the skin with products at night, which is a very different way of looking at it, because we hear so much now about heavy serums and creams and things to use in the evenings, and that's not really what I want people to do.
Right.
Our body repairs itself at night, so I'm trying to keep the skin more free of heavy products like that at night, so that the sebaceous gland produces the oil it needs to, and then in the morning we really pile on the oils and the creams and everything and layer it all up. So it's just it's a different way of doing it.
And I like that too, because I was applying like a heavy amount of my rejuvenating oil before bed. And now Paula has had me switch, where I wash my face at the end of the day with my cleanser, and then I'm just applying my toner and going to bed. And then in the morning using my facial oil. And I don't know, it does. My skin feels different. It feels like it soaks up the oil more in the morning too. Like it really benefits from it, versus maybe it's like kind of too saturated at night.
Yeah, well, you'll find people will say, oh, I've used this like double serum for 10 years, I can't do without it at night. And that is that you're becoming reliant on a product.
Right.
So the product's really taken over the natural function of the skin. So whenever you start to do this at the first nights, it can be difficult. You know, you feel really dry. You just want to pile something on. And we've just been taught to go to bed really greasy with all this cream on our face, you know. So
yeah, it's a nice shift for me. So anyway, we're excited to just bring this offering to you, and I think it's like the best of the best. Like Paula, with our holistic esthetician experience, and she loves the Aimee Raupp Beauty products. She's been using them in her you know, clinic on her clients, and then Carrie's bringing us the gua sha experience, and I'm just going to be a fly on the wall for these Zoom facials, which is also fun for me. I get to just be a student and kind of experience or participant, I should say, and experience my skincare products. But if you guys want to check it out, the first one is going to happen on April 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So go to aimeeraupp.com/Zoom facial. I pinned I pinned the link so you guys can go check it out. And then if you are a regular purchaser of my skincare products, take a look at the list of what we're going to use, because chances are you might have most of it at home. Then you don't have to buy anything more, or buy one or two things if you need them, or go and buy, it's linked out on here, the facial in a box kit, and you can go and buy that. And then that's going to be, I think at least a month, like 2 months supply of product, right? So then you could do these facials once a month if you wanted. And they're a $50 event, which I feel like is very reasonable for all you get for 75 minutes of at-home relaxation. Yes. And then also take a moment to follow the both of them if you want on social media, guys. And Paula practices up here in Connecticut, in Reading, Connecticut, but you're not always like, she's kind of like, what do you call yourself? The secret,
the secret in the woods.
The secret in the woods.
I'm trying to hide.
She doesn't advertise nothing. Like, but you go there and it's like you're like
hiding out here.
Village. You're like, where am I? It's like this little beautiful cottage, and she's got her apron and then her accent, and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then Carrie's, you're practicing out in the Hamptons and then also in New York City. And she does a lot of facial rejuvenation, acupuncture, and gua sha, and teaching students. But then she's also one of my fertility coaches, which is also super exciting. Yeah. Let's see. I know. So I don't think there's any questions here, but if you guys have questions, just post them when you watch this later, and then we'll come through and answer them. But check out the Zoom facial. It's a fun little added, light experience that we're going to offer as part of the Aimee Raupp Beauty line of products. So I'm so excited. And yeah, hopefully we'll see some of you guys there next week. I'll definitely be there. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Paula and Carrie, for coming on. Do you guys have anything else to say, or you're good here? You're good? Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
All right.
Hey, thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
All right. I'll see everybody later. Bye.
Bye.